You would have heard the Mayor of Warrumbungle Shire in that report from the ABC. Since Penny filed that story, Peter Shinton has seen more of the fire damage. We called him a short time ago and he pulled over to take our call on a road in a valley broadly between two of the fires.
I'm just come out of the fire ground, and we've seen some of the houses that have been destroyed, and we didn't see any livestock dead, but there's a lot of country being burnt.
And so how big is the fire now?
It's now 50,000 hectares, and it's still actively burning. There's quite a strong wind. I'm standing in it now, and there's no smoke haze here. We're heading towards the township of Dunedoo. We've just left cooler, and we drove through the fire. So it's quite active in some parts there, but yeah.
You drove through the fire. Can you describe that?
Yeah, look, all of the valley country seems to have survived in most cases. A lot of stock are concentrated in areas closer to the roads, but all the hill country is burning now. It's being fanned by it's quite a strong sou'wester at the present moment, so it's pushing the fire in a northeasterly direction away from cooler, but up into the cooler tops, up towards the national park.
And what sort of temperatures have you got there at the moment? It's cooled down slightly, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, yesterday it was 43 and winds gusting up to 75 kilometres an hour, but today the wind is about 28. Temperatures, I think it's 32, I think it is here now. So
it's still pretty warm, isn't it? And that's dry land through there.
Yeah, but humidity's up, so which is good, bad for fires. So so we're hopefully today we can get some containment lines around the active edge of the fire.
And the Rural Fire Service, the RFS, are doing great work. Are you worried about entire communities? Are there towns, villages really around there under threat?
Well, it looks, one of the items that came up this morning was, gee, that wind is gusting. One of the comments that came up this morning was that we're one village less than we had. I think 7 of the 9 houses that were in the village have been destroyed, and the assessment teams are going in there now.
Look, I know you're driving and people want to see you and you want to be there to find out what's going on, so we really appreciate you pulling over to talk to Radio New Zealand. One final question. Have you any sense of what's causing these fires? Reports that some have been deliberately started. Are they where you are or are they elsewhere? Do you know what's starting them?
No, this particular one we're not sure. We know pretty closely where the ignition point was, but it's a forensic examination. The forensic teams have to come in because there's been such huge property loss and stock loss, so they'll be making a report later for the coroner.
How are the people you've been talking to?
Emotions are all over the place, and that's why we don't like to release information that we've sourced. But most people have heard from firefighters what's standing and what's not. So there's like I say, emotions are all over the place. People got out with clothes on their back in some cases. In other cases, they heeded the warnings and made good preparations and got out with at least their clothes. But God only knows what's happened to their livestock.
That's Peter Shinton, who is the Mayor of Warrumbungle Shire, talking to us. He pulled over to take the call on the side of the road, effectively between two of the fires. 50,000 hectares has burnt or is burning.